notorious. Bow to the king, don't lick his face. Who the fuck is that guy? This jacket out of your brother. Yeah, you can still smell him, can't you? It's what Conor would have done. Notorious. A wise man once said, nothing good ever comes from sitting there and feeling sorry for yourself. Keep positive, keep pushing on, and things will turn good. That man, if you haven't figured it out from the thumbnail and the title and all the titting about I just did, was Conor McGregor. The notorious. I've been doing far too much sitting around and feeling sorry for myself this past year, so I'm just about ready to take some advice from Mr. McGregor. Notorious. What can you say about Conor McGregor? He's made some questionable, he's made some questionable decisions. His arrival in the UFC seemed to turn it into an extended episode of EastEnders. Whatever your opinions might be on mixed martial arts, trace it back to its roots and you'll find strong values of honour, discipline, respect. Conor, on the surface, doesn't seem to represent all of those values, but his arrival also brought a breath of fresh air and excitement at a time when the UFC really fucking needed it. I remember seeing his first fight in the UFC and being so pumped for this fresh blood, something completely different. He was refreshing, he was exciting, and he was sorely needed. The next time I felt that same level of excitement was Israel Adesanya 5 years later. That says a lot about Conor. He was carrying that gauntlet by himself for all that time. Watching his career progress through successes, failures, multiple felonies, not for a moment will you have seen that man's confidence in himself waver. So when I decided to turn my attention towards my own confidence, there seemed no one better to take some advice from. The notorious. Today, we are going to break down exactly what it means to be confident like Conor, what we can all learn from this unique individual, and we're gonna get into alter egos. That's right, sugar. We're getting into Fight Club territory. What could go wrong? Let's start with the easy moves. The superficial displays of confidence, the fake it till you make it territory. Peacocking is a way to amplify attention. Wear something flashy, puff yourself up all big and noticeable, be loud and brash. Tick, 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 Conor. Conor loves his flashy clothes, his flashy cars, his fucking flashy yacht. He draws attention to himself on purpose. Can you imagine such lunacy? I also like to wear bright clothes, but I do it to draw attention to my clothes. Let me explain. I tend to wear bright and baggy clothes. Sure, I'll wear leggings, but then I'll put on an oversized top, so I'm still hiding. If I got a little confidence boost from my clothes. But I've gotten into a habit of just being comfy. I'm not about to spend a shit ton of time getting ready in the morning. Got anxiety to attend to. We're not here to make excuses. We're here to take over. Wait, no. Not here to... We're here to change this ridiculous outfit. Is step one. Notorious. And when I get back to my clothes in Manchester, after this whole lockdown thing is over, and I'm no longer just rotating 5 jumpers, I vow to wear a proper outfit that doesn't involve leggings or joggers, that makes me feel like a badass 1 day per week, not the full day. Even had the skills or the situation to succeed, he saw himself as world champion. He has this unwavering belief in himself, and that's so apparent every time he speaks. He doesn't bat away compliments or dull his shine by glossing over his successes. If no one else is going to shout about how great you are, heck, even if they are, you're going to have to shout about it yourself. I definitely lean towards humble, modest, embarrassed by achievement. I need to stop focusing on the things I am yet to do and spend some time basking in the glory of all I've accomplished. Here are just a few things I'm going to start reminding myself regularly. I make myself laugh more than anyone else on the planet. My imagination and creativity are bitchin'. I am so strong, both physically and mentally. I outwork the competition. I know my own mind. I have steadfast values. And there is nothing I can't do. Say it with me. There is nothing I can't do. Don't fucking tell me I can't do that. Who the fuck do you think you are? Coming in my house? Notorious. Comfort zone creeps in every second lockdown continues, doesn't it? And it was already tight to begin with. That's the closest I'm going to come to doing the accent. Confidence is like a muscle. If you push yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone every day, you will continue to grow that muscle. Instead of jumping towards the thing that you fear and giving yourself a panic attack or not being ready and failing, just take one little step, little nudge towards that end goal. The first step is the hardest. First cut is the deepest. The first cut is the deepest. Da, 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 da. So once you've done that, you can do anything, but I won't do that. If you have a choice to make, your instinct will likely tell you to take the easy route, whatever that looks like for you. If you identify that, tell it to go fuck itself and take the hard route instead. Or perhaps get someone else to decide for you. Let go of that control and remove your overthinking from the situation. Or just flip a frickin' coin. Let fate decide, see what happens. Go to new places, try new things, meet new people, or whatever a step towards your goal is. New is not comfortable, and comfortable isn't helping. Notorious! A good starting point is to make a list of things that scare you, and then break each one down into manageable chunks. I've been thinking a lot lately about how lockdown has been really damaging to my already very minimal social interactions. So I'm going to ease myself back in, by taking a plunge and doing a Zoom exercise class that I know nothing about. 80s aerobics, you're gonna look like a tit, that's for sure. Some of the most successful people in the world welcome failure with open arms. Come here, baby! And Conor is no exception. Every time he loses, he comes back better. He learns and he adapts. He brushes it off, and he doesn't see it as a reflection of his skill, but a necessary ingredient to success. I'm gonna say that again. Failure is a necessary ingredient to success. Drink it up, babes. Don't let your past failures define you, and don't let the fear of future failure stop you from living. A common trait of happy people, they're not a myth, they're milling around just looking like you and I, is that they see their successes as a part of their identity, but they see their failures as separate from them. So if they do something good, that's because they're great. And if they do something bad, oh, you're bad. They themselves, get this, are not bad. Struggle brings such enormous strength if you use it to push yourself forward. Look at it this way. Your failures can either be the catalyst that you use to step your pussy up, or they can become the weight on your back, stopping you from moving forward. It's your choice. Notorious. And if you're worried about failing because of how people might perceive you, I wouldn't waste your fucking time. Human beings are selfish. You're selfish, I'm selfish, they're all selfish. Likelihood is they are not paying attention to what you're doing, I'm sorry. Sorry. But they're not looking at you, they're looking at themselves. In that tiny little Zoom screen, everyone's looking at themselves. Most people are too preoccupied with their own lives to take any notice of yours. When bad things happen, all you can do is accept them, regroup, take the learnings, and plot a path forward. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Notorious. So there's no guide on how to do this bit. It takes time and work to understand who you are authentically, and then you can behave authentically in every situation. Conor plays by his own rules because he genuinely believes that the way he does things are the best way to do things. And skirting outside of the commonly accepted rules of social interaction gives him an edge. He's unpredictable, and you know how humans hate that. So I hate small talk. I hate it. Take your tiny, tiny thoughts and have them somewhere else. I'm not interested. I want big thoughts. I want complete nonsense from the starting pistol. But I also don't have enough belief in myself or self-confidence to speak up in social situations. So I just go along with the small talk, rolling my eyes, looking fucking miserable. I need to start leading the way. Jump into the nonsense and seeing who else follows me in. Notorious. They call him Mystic Mac for a reason. Now, I don't believe that simply thinking something means it's going to happen, but I do believe that it'll stop you getting in your own way and stopping it from happening, which is almost the same freaking thing. If you run a scenario over and over in your head until you see it as fact, the mental fortitude that gives you to go after that goal, to put in the work, to take the risks, is something worth having. Conor talks extensively about how visualization got him to where he is today, and I can't argue with it. His mental strength cannot be called into question. Dare ya? And I'd be a fool to not give it a go. But before you can visualize success, you need to know what that success looks like. Let's talk alter egos. Watch me mentally unravel. That's why you're here, right? Ed Norton, the house down. Notorious. When I say alter ego, you probably think superhero, right? And if that's your jam, you hang on to that analogy. If the thought of creating a superhero identity gets you pumped, that's the right lane for you. I'm not a superhero gal. I'm not. There, I said it. But I do fucking love drag queens. Drag queens often talk about creating this untouchable character, this identity that does everything that they've always been too afraid to do. And that becomes their drag persona. My drag persona, as you should have gathered by this point in the video, is Conor McGregor. But I don't want all his qualities. I can take or leave the alleged womanizing, the trips to jail, the questionable role modelling. But you and I are going to craft our alter egos together right here, right now. Right here, right now. Right here, right now. Right here, right now. Mine will mostly be Conor with a little something thrown in, but yours could be born from absolutely nothing. Right the frick now. I don't speak up in social situations. I'm shy, I sink into the background, and I never make my voice heard. Making a fool of myself, saying something embarrassing, feeling awkward, thinking that everyone is judging me. I don't put myself in new situations. I don't meet new people, I don't try new things. Conor would stroll up to a group of people knowing that he had the charm and the charisma to make them instantly like him. He says what he thinks with complete confidence, even if what he thinks is, hey, let's throw these metal barriers at this bus. Your alter ego believes, without a shadow of a doubt, that they have the qualities necessary to succeed in any situation. I didn't let my lack of education stand between me and my dream job. I didn't let my fear of public speaking stop me from telling the world how wonderful my dad was in his eulogy. I didn't let the fact that I'm just a little woman stop me from buying a house all by myself like a boss. When I'm fighting or watching fights or reading about fights or writing about fights. When I get banging feedback from a client or general recognition for my work. When I'm creating something free from rules and restrictions and I'm allowed to just blossom in my own unique nonsense. When I'm lying on the floor and Flump comes over and snuggles in my armpit crevice. Notorious. I help everyone at my work by constantly pushing my own creativity. I do sweet, thoughtful things for friends and family when they occur to me. Whatever really, all the people in my life need to do is ask, and I think they know that. Notorious. My grit and determination, my ability to succeed at anything I put my hand to, and of course, being a really funny bitch. Whatever your strengths are, your alter ego lays them on thick. My alter ego is so sure of his wit that he will crack jokes off the cuff in front of millions of people. He displays sincere gratitude for the things that he's gained and the things that others have done for him by doing the same for them when he can. He doesn't let adversity stand between him and his dreams. The key to building a believable character is in the details, and the same is true for your alter ego. Take the time to think about the little things. Conor takes up space. Wherever he is, it looks like he's in his own front room. He's just that relaxed. This is a common trait of confident people. How you feel mimics how you hold yourself, and the reverse is also true. If you physically shrink down, you'll feel smaller. Notorious. I told you I wasn't going to do the accent. Conor speaks with his full force behind every word. He speaks in short, sharp sentences. Who the fuck is that guy? He eliminates filler words and he exudes confidence. He speaks slowly so that you can soak up every ounce of his brilliance. Mate, I could rest my balls on your chin. He is so sure in what he is saying that you can't help but be sure as well. I've got this one down because I too have an obnoxious laugh. So consider this a big old tick for lolly. You know in Inception, they have a totem to keep them grounded in reality? Well, you need something like that for your alter ego too. An object or an action that switches them on. Something that helps you to embody that character. A few options sprang to mind for Conor. This outfit, for one, but that seems like a lot of effort to go to every time I need a confidence boost. Sunglasses. I don't think I'll get away with them in a client call. Proper whiskey, but I think that's just my insecurity speaking. In the end, I decided on money walk, just before I go into a situation that I find uncomfortable. Just do a couple of laps. And trash talking. Not in the situation, but if I know who's going to be in that room, I can do a little bit of imaginary trash talk just before I'm due to see him. Imagine how badass you'd feel walking into that room knowing you've just burned them. Put every aspect of our alter ego under the microscope. We know them inside out. We hold their power in our hands. Now what? For me, I'm going to be asking myself, WWCD, what would Conor do? Anytime I'm unsure, getting nervous, feeling self-conscious or shaky, I'm just going to ask what would Conor do? And let the answer guide me. I might end up in prison, or I might end up taking control of my life and taking the right kind of risks. How's that sound? Huh? As well as that, I'm going to give this visualization thing a go. I didn't forget. Here's how that goes. Every day I will put aside time to visualize myself at my best, drawing on the traits of my developed character, Conor. I'm going to close my eyes and picture the following. What I'm wearing, how I smell, how I'm talking and what I'm saying, how I handle adversity, what my body language looks like, and how I react to success. And I'm going to keep playing this scenario through my head until I believe it. No question. No question. Don't question me. No question. And I'm going to fake it till I make it by bringing Conor into the situations that I'm too anxious to be in. If you came here not looking for nonsense, you'd made a wrong turn at some point. This is me speaking it. Hello? I will be a more confident version of myself. I will believe that I am witty and funny and a fucking joy to be around. I will believe that my ideas are the greatest ideas that have ever graced this earth. And I will believe, without doubt, that I have all the qualities necessary to succeed at anything I put my mind to. I will tell myself, too much power, too much range, too much confidence. I thrive in uncomfortable positions. There's nothing anyone can do to faze me. I own this town. I run this ship. I do what I want. And until I wholeheartedly believe it, I'll just do what Conor do. Notorious. Take care of yourself. Don't leave it to any fucker else.